All right, let's do it. Let's dive deep into Macbeth, huh? We're going all in on this one with the 5 big themes you all wanted. Ambition and power, the supernatural appearance versus reality, the corruption of nature, and guilt and consequence. Looks like we've got some seriously killer quotes to guide us, too.
Yeah, Shakespeare's language is just, like, overflowing with meaning. So many layers to unpack. It's kind of like a puzzle, but a really, really beautiful one.
A puzzle where the pieces are made of, like pure poetry. So ambition, got to start there, right? Macbeth, front and center. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition.
Right out the gate, he's telling us ambition's his driving force.
Oh, it's more than just a driving force. It's his hamartia. Like, the ancient Greeks called it the tragic flaw. It's what brings him down in the end.
Yeah.
And Shakespeare's not subtle about it either. It's like he's saying, hey, audience, watch out. This guy's ambition is going to get him in trouble.
And then you've got Lady Macbeth, and she's like, ambition on steroids. When you durst do it, then you are a man. Talk about pressure. Using masculinity to push him, right. It's super interesting how ambition and power are tied up with these traditional ideas about gender. Makes you think about how that plays out in today's world, you know? Do we still see those same connections? It's definitely something to think about.
For sure. And the play doesn't shy away from showing what that ambition costs. Macbeth gets the throne, but is he happy? No. Paranoid, tyrannical,
Whoa.
Definitely not ending up on anyone's King of the Year list.
And the play's structure, it's like, bam, up to the throne, then bam, straight down into chaos. Ambition. Double-edged sword, for sure.
Speaking of double-edged, how about that supernatural stuff? The witches are just, creepy doesn't even cover it. In their prophecies, they get the whole plot rolling.
Right from the start. Boom. Supernatural forces at work. But it makes you ask, are the witches controlling Macbeth? Or just giving him a nudge in a direction he was already leaning? Free will versus fate. Classic. Always makes you think.
Come, you spirits, cull, unsex me here.
Oh! Lady Macbeth's not messing around, huh? She wants power so bad she's willing to, reject a part of herself. Totally. She sees ruthlessness as this masculine thing, and to get power, she thinks she needs to ditch the feminine. Chilling, right? But also really thought-provoking. What does it say about the play's view of power and ambition, especially when it comes to gender?
Makes you wonder what people are willing to sacrifice to get ahead, you know? And it's not just Lady Macbeth who's messing with the supernatural. Macbeth starts seeing things, too. Banquo's ghost, anyone. The play's got a way of blurring the lines between what's real and what's not.
And that blurring, that's key to the whole appearance versus reality thing. Remember that line from The Witches? Fair is foul and foul is fair. Nothing's what it seems. It's all about deception, from the characters to the very words they speak. Makes you pay attention.
Like everyone's wearing a mask, right? Trying to hide their true intentions. But eventually those masks have got to come off, and then things get messy.
Yeah, sleep no more. That's Macbeth, right after he kills Duncan. Guilt kicks in, and it doesn't let go. It's like Shakespeare saying, hey, actions have consequences, even for kings.
And Lady Macbeth, she tries to be tough, but she cracks too. That sleepwalking scene where she's trying to wash the blood off her hands, that's some serious psychological trauma right there.
Guilt eating her alive. Macbeth gets all tyrannical on the outside, but Lady Macbeth, she suffers on the inside. Different kind of consequence, but just as bad.
So ambition in Macbeth, yeah, it comes with a price tag and it's not cheap. And then there's this other element. Nature itself seems to go haywire when Macbeth goes off the rails. Storms, darkness at noon. It's wild.
It's like Shakespeare saying, look, the natural world's reacting to this dude's messed up ambition. It's all out of whack. We call it pathetic fallacy when nature reflects the emotions or hints in the story. And in Macbeth, it's screaming at us.
So ambition's a mess, the supernatural's in play, no one knows what's real anymore, and nature's having a meltdown. Did I miss anything?
You got it. It's Macbeth, man. It's a whole lot of everything, all tangled up together, and that's what makes it so amazing. You know, with this whole appearance versus reality thing in Macbeth, it's not just like characters putting on a fake face. It's deeper, like baked into the language itself.
Yeah, for sure. Like that line, the witches, right? Fair is foul and foul is fair. It's so simple, but man, it gets under your skin. Makes you wonder if you can trust anything you're seeing.
It's totally Shakespeare messing with us, saying, hey, you sure about what you think you know? What looks good, maybe it's not. What seems bad, maybe there's more to it. Keeps you guessing, right?
Keeps you on the edge of your seat, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And talking about deception, Macbeth and Lady Macbeth, they're pros at this whole faking it thing. Remember when they talk about hiding their true selves? Make our faces vizards to our hearts. It's chilling.
Oh, yeah. Vizards. It's like they're straight up admitting they're wearing masks. And not just any masks that hide all the dark stuff brewing inside. And I think Shakespeare's onto something here, right? Don't we all do that a little? Put on a brave face, even when we're falling apart inside.
It's like that saying, fake it till you make it. But in Macbeth, faking it leads to some serious consequences.
Oh, yeah. Eventually, the truth spills out, and when it does, it's like a bomb going off. But it raises a question. Is it always better to be totally honest? Even if it hurts people or puts you in danger? What do you think?
Man, that's a tough one. I mean, little white lies, sometimes they save the day. But in Macbeth, lies just lead to more lies, and then it's a whole downward spiral.
Exactly. Deception, it's like this corrosive thing. It eats away at trust, makes everyone paranoid, and in the end, it breaks everything. Relationships, whole societies, it's a mess.
Speaking of messes, remember all that crazy stuff happening in nature, the storms, the sun going dark in the middle of the day? It's like nature itself is freaking out about what Macbeth's doing.
That's the pathetic fallacy we were talking about, remember? The natural world mirroring the emotions and events. And Shakespeare, he's a master of it. It's like he's saying, yo, this dude's ambition, it's messed up everything, even the weather.
Right, like his ambition is throwing the whole world out of whack. And remember Lady Macbeth and how she's all unsex me here?
Yeah.
Like she wants to get rid of anything that makes her seem weak. Isn't that kind of messing with nature too? Rejecting a part of herself, I mean.
Totally. It's all connected, right? Ambition, power, and how they play into these ideas about what's masculine and what's feminine. Lady Macbeth thinks she's got to be ruthless to get what she wants. And being feminine, she sees that as a weakness. But does it work? Nope, not in the long run. Just like Macbeth's ambition ends up destroying him.
It's like they're both trying to fight against who they are, trying to force things that aren't natural. And the play is telling us, hey, that's not going to end well. Whether you're messing with human nature or the natural world, it's going to backfire. Big time.
You nailed it. And it makes you think about how we treat nature today, right? Are we still trying to control it, bend it to our will? Or are we learning to live with it, respect its power? It's a question worth asking ourselves, for sure.
Okay, so we've got ambition, supernatural stuff, everyone wearing masks, nature going bonkers. But what about the human side of things? Where do guilt and consequence fit in?
That's where things get really juicy. Because Macbeth, he gets the throne, right? King, baby. But is he happy? Content? Nope. He's totally eaten up by guilt and paranoia.
Okay, so we've unraveled all these crazy threads in Macbeth. Ambition, the supernatural, all those masks people are wearing, nature going totally nuts. But what's the point of it all? Especially when you get to that ending, it's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, the ending's tricky, right? Because on the surface, it seems like, okay, good guy's won, bad guy's dead, everything back to normal. Macbeth's reign of terror, over, Malcolm's the new king, happy ending. But Shakespeare doesn't really do happy endings, does he?
Not really, no. There's this, lingering feeling that something's off. Yeah, the tyrant's gone, but, so many people are dead. Is that really a win?
It's a good question, right? What does winning even mean in this situation? Think about Macduff. He gets his revenge, but his whole family's slaughtered. That's rough. Can you even call that justice? Shakespeare makes you think, what does justice really mean anyway? It's not so simple.
It's like, yeah, the battle's over, but the war, not so much. There's still all this fallout to deal with. And that connects back to what we were talking about before, right? Consequences. Macbeth's actions. They didn't just hurt him and Lady Macbeth. The whole country's messed up. It's like this giant wound that needs to heal.
It makes you think about real life stuff too, you know? Like after a war or some big political thing.
Yeah.
How do you even begin to fix things? How do you rebuild trust when everything's been shattered? Heavy stuff, for sure.
So even when the good guys win, there's still a price to pay, huh? There's no escaping the past. But maybe, just maybe, there's a little bit of hope too, right? Malcolm, at least he seems like a decent dude. Maybe things can get better with him in charge.
Yeah, maybe. That's what Malcolm says anyway, in his big speech at the end. He's all about bringing back order, getting rid of the bad guys, a new era of peace and all that. Sounds good, right?
It does, but I feel like there's a but coming.
Huh. Always with Shakespeare. Remember, this is the guy who loves to mess with our heads. Good and evil, real and fake. He blurs all the lines. So, Malcolm, yeah, good intentions. But can we really believe it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows from now on? I'm not so sure.
Especially after all the crazy stuff that went down. Those witches, that whole fair is foul thing.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, is true peace even possible in this world? Or is everything always kind of messed up one way or another?
And that, I think, is what Macbeth is really all about. It's not giving us easy answers or telling us what to think. It's more like, hey, here are some big questions. Think about it. Ambition, power, fate, the choices we make, and what happens afterward.
So why are we still talking about this play, hundreds of years later? What makes Macbeth so powerful, even now?
Because it's about us, you know,
Yeah.
about being human, the desire for power, that voice in your head that's like, go for it, get what you want, and trying to figure out what's real and what's not. These are things we all deal with. And Shakespeare, he just gets it.
He's like holding up this mirror and saying, look, this is what's inside you. What are you going to do about it? Makes you think about your own ambitions, the masks you might be wearing, and how you navigate a world where nothing's quite what it seems.
And it's not just about looking inward, right? It's about the choices we make. What are we willing to sacrifice to get what we want? And can we ever really escape the things we've done?
Deep. Macbeth is deep. But that's why it's so good, right? It doesn't shy away from the hard stuff. It makes you think, makes you feel.
It's art that sticks with you. It makes you question everything, including yourself. And that's powerful.
Okay, so one last thought for everyone listening. If those witches hadn't shown up, would things have gone differently for Macbeth? Or was he always headed down that dark path? Was it fate or just, bad choices? What do you think?
The million-dollar question, right? And that's the beauty of Shakespeare. He doesn't tell us the answer. He lets us figure it out for ourselves.
And that's what makes this whole deep dive thing so much fun. It's about exploring, asking questions, and keeping the conversation going.
Because in the end, the most important conversations are the ones we have with ourselves.
So keep thinking, keep questioning, and keep diving deep. We'll catch you on the next one.